On this video, we are going to explore the Robot Framework website. If you are a beginner in, uh, in programming Robot Framework, this is one of the very useful website that you need to keep checking when you are developing your Robot Framework. So as a first step, just go to Google and search for Robot Framework. Click on enter. So just go to the first link itself, Robot Framework. Okay, this is the official page of the Robot Framework, and I'm interested for two different areas here. The one is the test libraries, and other one is the documentation. So let us see what is test libraries. So this is a place where you can see all the libraries of Robot Framework. The Robot Framework has classified the total libraries into three different types. The one is the standard library, then external, and finally other. So I'll just have a check on all the three types. If you look at the standard type, there are quite few number of standard libraries. Standard libraries are really a part of Robot Test Framework itself. So when you install Robot Framework, these are all already a part of your system itself, so you don't need to install anything additionally if you really want to use one of these standard libraries. But on the other hand, external libraries are not really installed by default, but based on your requirement you can just go ahead and install it. Say for an example, if you want to do something on web automation, I would recommend you to install Selenium 2 library. Or if you want to run Selenium with Java, you also have Selenium 2 library for Java. And then if you want to work something with HTTP, you have HTTP library, and if you need FTP, you have FTP library. So whenever you are involved in developing any kind of robot framework, just if you have a particular requirement, before you start developing, just come to this particular page and make sure you have that particular library here. And Robot Test Framework also gives you a facility to develop your own library. So you can also, if you are good at programming, you can also go ahead and create your own library for your framework. So I must say, Robot Framework is one of the best out in the market, and it's completely open source. So you can just go ahead and use it. And on the other side, the documentation, it has a very brief documentation about its installation, introduction, and usage also. So just check out this, especially when you are starting with the Robot Framework. This installation instructions will be really helpful. And then you also have quick start guide. You also have demos and videos, articles. So pretty, I personally feel this website is an updated one, and if you look at the tweets by the Robot Framework team, the last tweet was 30th September 2016. I'm just recording this in the month of October, so I personally feel that okay, at least you have one or two updates in a month from the Robot Framework team. And that is something which is important when you're working with any open source framework. Just make sure the team behind the open source open source software is active, and the community is very good, because that's something which you really need when you started working on the open source frameworks. Otherwise, when you need some critical bug updates or some help, probably there will be no one to help you out on that. So, but on the other hand, Robot Test Framework, the community is strong, the development is very active, so you can expect any help throughout your development of the Robot Framework. And that's the reason I feel many of the companies these days, they are looking out for the people those who are expertised in robot test framework. That's all about the robot framework website, and I'll see you on a different video. Thank you.